Hi, this is John from caveofprogramming.com. In this tutorial, we're going to create a couple of classes just using the DAO, Database Access Object Design Pattern, because we still need another building block before we can go on to configure a database connection. So I've got this application set up here, and I've also got this somewhere. I've got the MySQL workbench here, and we've created a table in MySQL with ID, name, email and text, and a table called offers. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to create a object called offer that can store this information, and I also want another object that will enable us to deal with these offer objects. In fact, let's just rename this to offer, maybe, because that may end up being more consistent. You know what, let's not, because it's going to take up time, because I would have to run the database creation script again, so I'll leave it at offers. But let's go to my program here, and I'm going to right click my package, one of my packages, and create a new class, and I'm going to call this, let's call it offer. In fact, I probably should really put this in a new package called model or something, but I'll just leave it as it is for the moment because I don't want to make this example too complicated, so I won't worry too much. But I'll create a class called offer, and if we look back at that MySQL table, so it's got an ID which is an int, and the other values are basically strings, name, email and text. So I'm going to put those properties into this class. So private int ID, private string name, private string email and private string text. And if by the way, if you want more information on the DAO design pattern, I have a free course on design patterns, completely free, which you can find from www.caveofprogramming.com. Let's add set methods for these. So I'll right click and go to source, generate getters and setters, and I'm going to tick all those and add getters and setters for all of them. And I also want a toString method so that we'll be able to see these offer objects more easily and debug more easily and check that our code is working. So I'll right click and go to source, generate toString, and I'll just tick those fields and generate a default toString method, and I'm going to do Control-Shift-O to just format that a bit. There we go. So this is going to contain one row at a time from each of these objects will contain a row from my offers table. Now I'm also going to create a class that enables me to deal with these objects and get them in and out of the database. So I'm going to right click here and go to new class, and I'm going to call this offers DAO. Click finish, and I'm going to give this a let's just give it maybe one method to start with. I think let's give it a method called public list, and this is a list of offer objects, and I'll call it get offers. So this is intended to retrieve all the offer objects from the database. I'll just add the list input there, and for the moment I'm going to return null. So we've got a basic DAO, and we've got a basic kind of bean type object that can store a row from the table. And as I say, you can find more information on this pattern from my free design patterns course. But we're going to move on next, I think, to configuring a database connection, and then we're going to be able to use that database connection to get objects like this from the database. So until next time, happy coding.